Hey car enthusiasts, today we're going to be recapping the Triple F collection. Where have they gone? What cars have they sold? And what cars have they still got? Now, I did a video on this previously earlier in 2025 where I revealed to the world that the Triple F collection was running 8 high-end cars at Mecum Auction. Mecum Auction is a high-end auction company that deals with cars such as what the Triple F collection was running. This one was branded under the Dave Frecka collection. Now let me quickly show you what they were selling, and then we'll go in one by one and tell you what sold and what didn't sell. So the first car that sold from the Dave Frecka collection was their 2014 Ferrari Laferrari, and this sold for $3.85 million.
Come on in. Did you want to get $3,600,000? Sold $3,500,000 on the internet.
Now offering
fantastic $3.5 million.
The 2021 McLaren Elva Roadster.
Which in hindsight, they should have kept this one because I think in the last 6 months, this car has actually probably gone up another $500,000 to $1 million. But there might have been some stigma around it being a YouTuber car, so that may have brought the price down. Because personally, from my research, $3.85 million was an absolute steal. The second car from the Triple F collection that sold at auction was their 2015 Bugatti Veyron Grandsport Vitesse. Now, this was a really unique spec. I believe originally spec'd or owned by Floyd Mayweather. Really unique color combo, one of only a couple in the entire world. This car actually ended up going to John Tamarian at We Are Curated, but it sold for only $2.64 million, which, again, this is one where they probably got a fair number for it, but holding on to this car would have gone up considerably in the future, unlike some of the other cars, which you'll see failed to sell. The next one that sold was their 2013 McLaren MP412C. This car sold for $134,750, which was extremely strong money for this car. That one's a good one to say bye to at $134,000. I think there was maybe a little bit of emotional attachment, considering I think the story with that car was it was the first sports car that Dave Frecka actually bought, but still at $135,000, bye-bye MP412C. So now we get into cars that did not sell. And no surprise, the 2023 Mclaren Solus GT, one of only 25 built in the world, did not sell. This had a high bid of only $2.5 million. I don't know what MSRP was on this car. I'm going to guess in the neighborhood of $1 million more. Maybe even $4 million. So no surprise, $2.5 million. These McLarens are just tough on the pre-owned market. This one though, because it's so limited production and obviously sold out, I have no doubt that they will find a buyer for this car. Next one that didn't sell was their Technicolor 2021 McLaren Elva. This was car number 122 of 149, and this car only had a high bid of $1 million. Now, a little bit more history about this car and Elvas in general. Of these 149, there's been a number of them come up for sale. They always fail to meet reserve. This particular car has gone through a number of dealers and a number of auctions in the last 3 years, and it started at like 2.5 million to 2 million to 1.7. I think it even sold at one of the RM auctions in Vegas in 2023 for like 1.3 million. That's when it ended up going to Triple F collection. At the time, it was not a bad deal, but these things are just tough to sell. I watch them all the time on Bring a Trailer. None of them sell. Next one that didn't sell, their 2020 McLaren Speedail. Now this, I believe, is one of 106 built, and this one is a very rare XP3 model. I believe they only built 3 of these for the entire world. It had some sort of like $500,000 or $1 million carbon body option. Of course, there was a lot of controversy around this car because it was being sold undisclosed damage by Mecum Auction. No record or disclosure of the fact that it had a previous repair to the carbon. They backed it into, I believe, a bush or something along those lines on their property, and those videos have actually been taken down, and there's no mention of this accident damage anywhere by Mecum.
Hey, what's going on?
Todd, how are you?
Doing well.
So my dad was out in the Speedail last night
Yep.
and backed into a guardrail. Oh my God.
But anyways, this car did not sell. It bid to 2.1 million at Mecum Auction. And same thing, these Speedails, every time they come up on Bring a Trailer or any of these high-end auctions, they always fail to meet reserve. MSRP on this car would have been somewhere around $3 million, given that it had a very high MSRP with a very expensive option. This particular one, I do think, though, is a safer bet long-term to hold on to. The Speedail is going to go up in value significantly, I believe. Next one that didn't sell, their 2020 McLaren Sabre. Now, this is, again, a very rare McLaren model. 15 built in the world. This is number 7, and I personally like it. Would I pay $2.5 million, which is where this failed to meet reserve? Absolutely not, considering this is a 720S with a unique body. But $2.5 million is where it bid to and failed to meet reserve. I'm going to guess the auction estimate was probably closer to $3.5 million, somewhere in there. These never come up for sale. I think this is the first public offering of a Sabre ever. So it kind of set the benchmark at $2.5 million. This one is hit or miss. I think, again, long term, it probably is a safe bet compared to some of the other McLaren models, but it's going to be a tough sale. Now, finally, another one that for some reason was listed but didn't run. No idea why. There was a 2018 Bentley Bentayga that was scheduled to run under the Dave Frecka collection. It did not sell, so it didn't even run. So no idea. Maybe they decided to keep it, or maybe they just pieced it off to somebody. So that was an update on Triple F collection and their car fleet update. Now, Triple F has also sold a number of cars privately. They've sold their Koenigsegg Regera, and they've sold some of their very high-end models. Now, I do believe that they are still taking delivery of some very special cars, like the Bugatti Mistral is coming to Dave Frecka in Florida. So a little bit of a side note, Dave Frecka, who is the father of the Triple F collection, also known as BDD, he's moved to Florida full-time. He's set a record purchase of a house down there for somewhere around $50 million. And wouldn't you know it, he's married the realtor that sold him the house. And they say money doesn't buy happiness.
All right, if you enjoyed this video, if you could do me a huge favor, click the like button down below, check out some of our other videos on the channel, and be sure to subscribe. It literally takes 1 second, and it helps our channel out grow immensely. I actually like that one the best. The final one's the best.